Hi everybody. So today I'm going to do a review of the Reformation Study Bible. So the one that I have here is the New King James. This one is in the genuine leather. So we're going to take a look at the booklet that it comes with first. So take a peek at this. So it's going to give us all the contents, and then we're going to have a note from R.C. Sproul, a nice picture of him reading his Bible. Now he did pass away in 2017. We're going to have pages that talk about what was the Reformation. So we've got a painting of Martin Luther posting the 95 Theses in Wittenberg in 1517. So that is a neat painting. This page here talks about the Protestant Reformation. Then we've got the 5 solas. So that's kind of neat. If you would like to pause and read those, you can. This page talks about the history of the Reformation Study Bible. And then it talks about post tenebras lux, after darkness light, a Latin phrase. We've got the logo here with the burning bush. So I like their logo. And then it talks about the layout of the Bible. So it gives an example of the page and then some of the different features on the bottom here. So I'll give you close-ups of the features. Then we've got another picture of R.C. Sproul. And then this page here shows us one of the in-text maps. Then this page here, this is pretty neat. This is going to talk about the creeds and confessions that anchor the church to Scripture. So we've got a painting of Westminster Abbey. Then it's going to list the creeds and confessions that are in this Bible. So there is going to be 10 of those. And we've got a page on the Topical Articles. So this painting, that is pretty neat. I like that. Then it's got a list of the topical articles, which there will be 14 of those. And we've got a page of the contributors, which there are 75 pastors and theologians that participated in this one. Then this page here, it's a bunch of small images of book covers. And then this page here tells you that when you purchase this Bible and you register it, you're going to get all of these ebooks. So you're going to have a ton of free ebooks that you're going to get. So I'll just kind of pan down that. And you get all that just for purchasing the Bible and registering it. So then on the back of your booklet, you'll have a little code. So I haven't done mine yet, but I will. And then this is the box that it comes in. So it's going to be a slip case. So we've got the burning bush on there, Reformation Study Bible. On the back, it's got a little bit of information there. And then the features, which we've seen basically in the booklet. There is the ISBN number. This one does retail for $100, but you can find it for less online, and there will be a link in the description box. So this one again is the New King James genuine leather. You can also get one of these in the ESV as well. So this one measures out at 9.5 inches tall by 7 inches wide, and it is 2¼ inches thick. So one thing you can kind of see there is how that spine is kind of concaving and pushing out here. So that is my only concern on Bibles that are this thick, so I'll just kind of keep an eye on that. We do have our gold gilding, so the gilding does look really nice. We've got 3 ribbons. My only complaint on the ribbons is they've got them all stacked up right here where they could have easily spaced those out. So I will be removing these ribbons and replacing them with 4 that are spaced better. Here is a close-up of the grain pattern on the genuine leather. Now it is a fairly thin leather, so it's not very thick. So I'm not sure what type of leather it is. Then on the spine, we've got the Burning Bush logo, the Reformation Study Bible, R.C. Sproul General Editor, New King James Version, and then the little logo for Reformation Trust. We're going to have a vinyl paste down liner. Got a presentation page. And then we will have 3 blank pages that you can write on, take some notes, do some prayers, whatever you'd like. Then we'll get into our title pages. So again, R.C. Sproul is a general editor. One thing that I will show you right there is it does lay totally flat, and we're not even into the biblical text yet. It does have a sewn binding, which is really important for a Bible of this size. So this one is going to be the 2016 edition. Here are some other cover options that you can get. We'll have our table of contents. So So all the books, New and Old Testament. And then we've got a list of all the topical articles, the creeds and confessions, all the list of the theological notes. So those are just going to be like half page to 1 page shorter articles. We've got a list of all the in-text maps and illustrations. We've got an introduction by R.C. Sproul. List of all the contributors. Again, there's 75, so quite a few. And we're going to have a preface to the New King James, which I absolutely love this translation. Then we get into the Old Testament, and we will have an introduction to the Pentateuch. So that's going to be the first 5 books of the Bible. And then we'll get into our introduction for Genesis. So each book will have a nice introduction. It'll go over the title, author, date and occasion, the genre, the literary features, characteristics, theology in Christ in Genesis, Genesis and the larger story of the Bible. We'll have a full outline, and then we get into the biblical text. So on the biblical text, we are going to have a single column layout. All of our references are going to be on the inside column. It is separated with a small line. And then our study notes are all going to be on the bottom in a 3-column format, and those are also separated by the little line there. Our biblical text, get you a close-up of that. That's going to be a 9.5 font. And then down in our notes, they're going to be a 7-point font. And because this does utilize the New King James cross-reference system, it is also going to have basically that built-in glossary within there, so that is really nice. And I like that the cross-references are on the inside so that the biblical text doesn't fall down into the gutter. So I do like that. The paper does have a little bit of a sheen to it. You can kind of see the way that the light is glaring on that. So I don't know how it would do when you write on it, so just keep that in mind depending on the pens that you use. Just make sure it's dry so that you don't blur it and smear it everywhere. All right, so there's a look at how the Psalms will look. But a really neat Bible. I really have enjoyed the notes in this one. So I'll get you a close-up of the ribbons. So again, there's 3 ribbons. They are a double-sided satin. They are a thinner ribbon, but it is still nice to have 3. I would like to see them put the wider ribbons in a Bible of this size and just space them out a little bit better. I'm not sure what the GSM on this paper is. It does kind of have a little bit of a sheen to it, so it's kind of got a slight slipperiness to it. As you can see on the glare there, it kind of reminds me a little bit of the NASB Preacher's Bible paper, but it's not going to be as high of a GSM, of course. So I just wanted to show you here in the New Testament some of these, what they're calling the theological notes. So that's going to be the size basically of those articles. That one's on divorce, and then we've got one here on hell. So there's quite a few of those. I read both of those this morning while I was doing my Bible reading, and I like both of those. So they're not too big. Like this one here is less than a half of a page. Another one that's not quite half a page. And in the New Testament, it is going to be just black letter. We don't have any words of Christ in red. I don't know if they've got any editions that have red letter or not. Then we're going to get back to the end of the Bible, so we get to the end of Revelation. Then we're going to get into the topical articles. There are going to be 14 of these, ranging on topics from apologetics, covenant theology, hermeneutics, Old and New Testament textual criticism. So lots of good topics there in those 14 articles. Then we'll have the creeds, confessions, and catechisms. So we'll have like the Apostles' Creed. I'll get you a close-up in case you'd like to read that. Then we've also got the Nicene Creed. You could read that if you'd like. So there's going to be 10 creeds and confessions. So we'll have stuff like the Westminster Confession of Faith, both the Westminster larger and shorter catechisms, as well as the 1689 London Baptist Confession of Faith. That will be in there as well. So for Christians that are of the Reformed confessional type background, you're going to love this study Bible. So we're going to get into our Concordance. So nice print on there with the words done in bold. 3-column layout. There is 60 pages on the Concordance. we get to the back here, we're going to have the table of weights and measures, and it does have a read through the Bible in 1 year plan. We're going to have a few pages of blank paper. I believe there was 3. Yeah, so 3 pages of blank Bible paper in case you'd like to take some notes. Then we're going to have our full color maps. They will be on a glossy paper. So not quite as thick as a cardstock, but it is a thicker paper. So we're going to have 16 pages of full color maps. Plus you're going to have the in-text maps as well. Right here in the gutter, we can see the stitching. So evidence of our sewn binding. And a Bible this thick needs to have a sewn binding. But these pages are just a little bit slippery. Plus I'm kind of positioned weird behind the tripod. But again, 16 full color maps, then we just get to the back of the Bible. But really nice Bible. I really like reading from this one. I like the leather, although it is, like I said, it is a thin leather. Can't really quite tell there, but it's pretty thin, but I'm all right with it. I like the way that they've got the logo there on the spine, and I really love the translation, so I'll just kind of keep an eye on the binding with the way that that concaves like that. Make sure that nothing falls apart, but with it being sewn, it shouldn't. Then I'm going to replace those ribbons. But awesome study Bible. I really like this one. I like R.C. Sproul, and I really like his notes. So again, it also comes with the booklet with all of those free ebooks. So maybe when I do register and I get all of these, maybe I'll do a separate video on that, because that is a lot of nice stuff to get with it. There again is the ISBN number. Retail is $100. And then, so this one is the New King James. You can also get the ESV. They also have a condensed version, so it's not going to be quite as beefy as this one. So lots of different cover options. And with the 2 translations, there's bound to be something that you're going to like. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.